There is something to remember. You don't owe anyone anything. You owe nothing to no one. Stop letting people make you feel like you owe them something. You know, when you have nothing, when you start your life with nothing, people are okay with you having nothing. They're okay with you being nothing. They're okay with your life looking like nothing. And initially, when you start to look like you're accomplishing something, they'll clap their hands and say, oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I'm proud of you. But really, they're not. And the way that you know that they're really not is when you start to make major strides, like you continue to make successful strides. Like, it's okay if you get the first one. And they'll clap for you if you get the second one. But on that third and fourth and fifth, and get all the way to the 30th lap. To the 50th lap, and see if they still keep clapping. After a while, they start to get, I'm tired of this bitch. She act like she all this. She act like she all that. Who she thinks she is? She thinks she better than me. She thinks she did. And you know what? It's not even that they're trying to hate on you. It's your success is a reflection of their own failures in their lives. Your success is a reflection of what they fail to do in their own lives. Your discipline is a reflection of their lack of discipline. And so it's not that they're trying to hate on you. It's the fact that they don't like themselves right now. But then very few people are man or woman enough to sit there and go, you know what? I've been fucking up some stuff for a minute. Now I need to get my shit together and actually go get it together. And most people, what they'll do instead is they'll sit there and they'll look at you and make the reflection of you the problem. Because your reflection is a reminder of everything that they have failed to do. And you reminding them of their failure makes you the problem. Not the fact that they didn't do what they set out to do. It's not the fact that they set a mark for themselves and they didn't discipline themselves enough to do it. It's the fact that you disciplined yourself enough. It's the fact that you sacrificed, because your sacrifice is a reflection of their instant gratification. Them always having to choose now over later. When people sit here and tell me like, oh, I can't afford to start a business, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but after a while I'll take the first few buts. But after a while I'll just, okay, this, you ain't about nothing, you just want to talk, okay. And after a while I just don't got time to listen to that shit. Because if you're gonna come to me and tell me that you got a problem, my goal in life, my personality, the way that I am, I'm a problem solver. So if you come to me and tell me you got a problem, quickly, I'm thinking of solutions for you. And when I spit out a solution, if you don't got to take the solution that I give you and run with it. But if you don't start to BuzzFeed and find your own solution, if you don't start to think about how you can solve the problem yourself, and every time I see you, you come to me telling me you have the same problem, I ain't trying to hear you, man. I'm not trying to hear you. Because the way I see it is, if you really wanted to do something, nothing in this world could stop you. And I could tell you nothing in this world could stop you, because I know what it feels like to have nothing. I know what it feels like to look around and be in a puddle of debt. I know what it feels like to not know where your next meal is coming from. I know what it feels like to sleep on the floor. I know what it feels like to be evicted. I know what it feels like to sit there and not know how you gonna make it to the next day. I know what that shit feel like. So when I look around me, I've spent the early part of my life always having to look for solutions. When my husband and I got our first apartment, we couldn't even afford freaking curtains to the window. You know what we did? We went to Family Dollar, bought a $12 bed set, hung the sheet on the window because we couldn't afford curtains, and then slept on the blow-up bed with no covers. Don't sit here and tell me, oh, you got, no. There's people in this world that's even had it worse than I have. There's people in this world who still have it worse than I had. So when I look at my life, I don't got shit to complain about. So when you come to me complaining, when you come to me talking about you can't and you can't, I'm not trying to hear you. I'm not trying to hear your complaint. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, because the way I see it is, if you really wanted to do something, nothing can stop you. If you really set your heart and mind, and you know how I know nothing can stop you? Because when you want something that you really want, Nothing don't stop you. If you sit here and tell yourself, I want a new car, you find a way to get into debt to go get that goddamn car. So if you wanted to start a business, how the fuck come you can't sit here and find a way to get into debt to start the damn business? I'm not saying go get into debt, but I'm just sitting here saying, if you wanted to find a way, you would find a way. So if you're sitting here telling me that you can't find a way, it's not that you can't find a way, you're not interested in finding a way. Because if you were, you would have found a way already, period.